Might as well show a little bit of footage of me lighting this thing and getting it going. I've worked with stoves before. I mean, I've lit fires in them before growing up. Never really maintained one and figured out how to make a most efficient burn and what's the best configuration of wood and how much wood and all that stuff. So I watched a bunch of videos about that, and I just have to get to know this stove a little bit and how the air flows and all that stuff. So I'm gonna have to adjust some things as I go. I got my little Anderson Erickson milk box. It's insulated in metal, so works good for that. So there was a guy in a video that said this is kind of I think it said like the Swedish way of doing a fire is just putting the big logs underneath your little stack of sticks that you want to start, and then it'll eventually catch on and just burn from there. So this is just amazing, just feeling the heat from it and the crackling of the fire. And this is just the stuff that you imagine when you want a finished living space, and you just imagine this happening. So cool. Something really comforting about a fire. Yeah, I've had this going for maybe 15 minutes. Starting to warm up in here. There are several moments in this when I got into this house that I just felt incredibly grateful just for the simple things, and this is one of them. This is going to about 40 minutes now, and I could feel the heat all the way out here. That's good. I put a fan on it to kind of distribute the heat, and I do want to get some of those heat activated fans. It's been going for a couple hours now, and it is very, very warm in here. Almost to a point of being a little too warm. I think the warmth is filling up everything now from the ceiling down. So now I am seeing the benefit of having a ceiling fan or something to blow the air and circulate it all around so it's even all around. I've heard some people use that. They really like that idea. Works well for them, and then some people don't use it, but for this application it might work really well. I'm not sure if I want a ceiling fan, but I might use some concept of being able to get the air to circulate, and it won't be that difficult to figure out a way to do this in this small room. There's no hallways or anything to figure out. It's just one room, so maybe in a fan just blowing up to the ceiling and just have it blow around like that. I've even been able to take off my socks, and it's not cold at all around the floor. Concrete even feels good when I walk on it. The concrete stays chilly, but it's always your feet that torture you when it's cold. Everything is your feet in the cold. Like it makes or breaks your spirit, because your feet are just either freezing cold in your sleeping bag or whatever it is. But I learned a little trick. This is just a little side note. But if your feet are ever cold when you're camping, or when you're just in your home and your feet are just freezing in your sleeping bag or under your blanket, and they just don't seem to get warm no matter what you do, trying to keep them warm, like on your legs or whatever, take your sweats or whatever you're wearing and then pull them down all the way over your feet so they're covering your feet completely. Now you'll feel the warmth that your pants have. It'll give your feet just that enough warmth just to be able to start warming up. you may have to repeat the process. Pull your sweats back up, let your legs warm up your sweats, and then just repeat the process. Once your feet are warmed up, they stay warm throughout the night. Works awesome every time. So happy sleeping.
Yeah, I woke up and there's ashes down there. We probably had some coals. I feel some warmth there. I could have added more logs, but it was just way too warm in here. It was like hotter than it needed to be, like a sauna. But I was seeing the limitations and the capabilities of this thing, and so it's more than sufficient. The floor was cooler, but it was definitely just really warm as it got up to the ceiling. So very exciting experience to use that thing, and just knowing that I have like a off-grid option